Welcome toy fans to another Third Earth Reviews toy review, and today I'll be reviewing the brand new Phantom from Neca. So before we take a look at our figure, let's take a look at the packaging. The Phantom comes in an open window box that fully showcases the figure and all of his accessories. On the front of the box we have an image of our character, his name listed below, and Neca's logo. While on the back of the box we have the Defenders of the Earth logo, images of other figures sold separately, as well as a short bio of the Phantom. Overall, this figure is a good representation of the character in the terms of sculpt and appearance. The majority of the figure is made up of different shades of purple, while the painted details for his belt and rings are clean and well done. There are a few specks of excess paint on the figure, but they are not too noticeable and do not detract from the figure's overall appearance. That being said, I do have quite a few issues with the quality control of this figure. The left ankle joint was never painted, so the purple does stand out greatly against the shiny black paint of his boots. In addition, both of his hand joints were also left purple, but it is not as noticeable as the ankle joint. The paint for his hands does tend to rub off whenever you're adjusting his hands into place. His right leg is slightly longer than his left leg, so he does have difficulties standing in a pose. This also could be caused by a locked left hip joint, as the joints were painted, so they are very stiff, and I did have to use a hairdryer in order to pose him even just a little bit. The majority of his articulation is still not fully functional, even after several uses of the hairdryer. While I do like the overall appearance of the figure, I am very disappointed in the terrible quality control of the paint and the awful joint issues. I was excited to add this figure to my collection, but sadly the final product just didn't reach my expectations. The Phantom is supposed to be highly articulated. However, with the painted joints, they do tend to be stiff or lock up entirely. So, even with using a hairdryer several times, I'm unable to show all of the articulation in this video. His head is on a ball joint, so he can look up and down, left and right, and tilt to the side. His shoulders can move forwards, backwards, and out to the side. He has double jointed elbows that can bend, and his wrists can rotate and bend. He has the waist swivel as well as an ab crunch. His legs can move forwards, backwards, and out to the side, with an additional hip rotation. He has the double jointed knees that can bend, a standard swivel at the boot cut, and his ankles can bend up and down as well as rock side to side. He also has an additional toe articulation. The Phantom does come with several different accessories. He has 2 additional hands, 3 different blast effects, a gun, and his sidekick. Out of the 3 blast effects, 2 can be attached to his gun, while the other can be attached to one of the additional hands. One of my blast effects does have a bubble in the plastic, so it does look like a stress bend. I do wish that Neca had included a smaller blast effects for his ring, like there is with the gun, so that he can be displayed with the ring powering up. The gun is made of a solid black plastic with a blue metallic paint deco. The additional hands do have the same paint issues as his original hands, so the purple plastic does show through. As a warning, when you exchange the hands, be prepared for all of the paint to fall off. Thankfully, Zuffy's paint deco is clean for the most part, but the paint for the hair does seem a little too thick in some places, and he also has the same purple joints. Zuffy does have some articulation. The head can look left and right, while both the arms and the legs can move up and down as well as out to the side. In addition, the tail can rotate at the base. Zuffy does have a hard time standing up, so you may need to use the tail to balance against the ground. Some of these accessories, such as the gun and the blast effects, are also reused for the other Defenders of the Earth figures in this wave. For anyone interested in getting one of these figures for yourself, they are currently hitting stores like Walmart and Target, and typically retail about $30. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe so you can check out all my other reviews. I will have another toy review up in the near future, so until then, this has been Third Earth Reviews.